Yogi! There you are! Oh, I see it's Yogita. Hi, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, you have a baby? You are so adorable, Yogita. Please come back to the island. I miss you. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I didn't mean to scare your baby. Yogita, I'm sorry. Please leave me be. Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs, and welcome back to episode 9 of this Let's Play Sevtech survival series with your caveman host, the ReNDoG, otherwise known as Krunkk, the caveman. Here we are at the very top of Krunkk Island. Guys, what a ridiculously awesome episode we had last time together. We managed to throw together our very first technical build here in the series, and we are now automatically fishing out fish from the Great Krunkk Peninsula that runs through this very beautiful part of our Sevtech world. My goodness, guys, I am having so much fun in this series. I hope you guys are enjoying it also. This is episode 9, which is pretty unbelievable. I can't believe that we're already all the way here at episode 9. I've been recording the series now for probably close to 8 hours or so, and I haven't probably seen the comments of the series just yet, although while I'm on holiday, I'm probably checking them. But I do hope that you guys out there are enjoying the series. I hope you're having a great time. I have really enjoyed making this series for you guys. And when I get back from holiday, I really hope you guys are showing me the love in the comments with the like button and all that jazz so that we can carry on with this series. I'll be very sad if I come back from holiday and the series isn't doing too well on the channel and we'll have to say goodbye to it. But anyway, hope you guys are enjoying it. We are back here on Krunkk Island for some very important stuff that we need to achieve today, guys. I would like to get to this position over here on the tech tree where we unlock sleepage for ourselves. It is time that we sleep the night away here in our Sevtech series, guys. Never again shall Krunkk have to live through a dangerous night of fear and loathing in the Krunkk Peninsula. And, well, as you guys can see, the fish farm that we set up last time, I've improved it a little bit over here, finished off the build of it. The idea was we've got some stairs going down there, and over time, the sea sand has sort of washed over the stairs. And, you know, it's kind of like a little beach hut or something out here, right? Pretty sweet. And as you can see, man, each of our chests filling up with loot. Absolutely insane. Sticks, fish, vines, bowls coming out the wazoo right now. And we don't even need to worry about that stuff at the moment because we have got so much food right now. What is that sound? Did you guys hear that? That sounded disgusting. Oh, wow. What the freak just happened there? A salmon got trapped on top of the net? Is that what happened? That was very weird. Anyway, we don't have to worry about food at the minute, guys. We have got so much food coming out of our butts right now. It is insane. We have got fruit, we have got grain, we have got vegetables, we have got protein. And if we have a look at our nutrition, slowly but surely we're making our way up to 75% on the grain. Figured out what barley does, by the way. This is our latest crop that we added to the Krunkk farm last episode, and barley is basically exactly the same as wheat. Barley is used to make barley flour, which is used to make bread, I believe it is. Yeah, there we go. We make dough out of barley flour and salt, which is the same as using wheat. So we've got two sources of wheat basically, which is kind of helpful. Pretty cool. Yeah, we don't have to worry about food today though, guys. Although, shall we do a very quick harvest while we're at it? Got to make sure that we keep those resources coming in here on the series, guys. You know, Sevtech is a pretty brutal series. You got to make sure you do your harvesting, pluck your apples, pluck your berries, pick up all your grains and whatnot. And we've got a couple more apples here in the apple tree. And this is, of course, to try and get us to full nutrition in the series, which is hopefully going to give us a really cool buff. I'd love to get like a speed buff or a strength buff or something like that. Then we can go do some serious adventuring out there with all of that buffage. But today, guys, we are focusing on other things. The last episode was the food episode. As you can see, we've got a whole bunch of fish still cooking over here. Got a stack of cooked salmon over here, guys. Absolutely insane. Never have to worry about eating again. Krunkk Cave are looking beautiful. And I've also made a bunch more fluid sacks since we were last together. We made some of these bad boys last episode to make some dough balls. And today we're going to be using them fluid sacks, I'm guessing, to make some of this leather over here, which is something that we need to do. I reckon, though, why don't we start with making the barrels over here? This is a primal core wooden barrel to hold liquids. That's kind of cool, right? So we could get some water inside of the base. And I was thinking about this because, you know, I was getting a little bit upset with this action happening here. And I think this happens when the fluid bladder picks up a water source. If we can get a whole bunch of water into some barrels, then maybe we won't have to be destroying our oceans here around Krunkk Island. So let's take a look at how we make this. Oh, this is so nice and easy. Just some planks and some slabs over there. And I think we have all of those available in our wood chest. In fact, I think I've got a couple planks already. And let's pick these up over here. How many do we have exactly? We've got 6 of those, so we're going to have to do some choppage. All right, guys, settle in. I hope you have a tasty beverage. I hope you have a crunchy snack, man. We have got a little bit of Sevtech crafting to do. I've realized that I've started to do a lot of this stuff off camera, and I kind of want to do a little bit of it on camera with you guys, because it is one of the main things about Sevtech, right? Is that at the very beginning of Sevtech, you're supposed to struggle a little bit. It's supposed to be a little bit difficult to make the things that you need. You're supposed to, you know, work really hard to make one item at a time. And the reason that we do it that way, or the reason that the mod pack works that way, of course, is so that when you unlock the better technology, right? It feels so amazing. It feels amazing that finally we don't have to smash out, you know, items at an individual level. We'll be able to build them all in one go eventually. Well, hopefully we will. I have no idea if that is even possible in this mod pack. But yeah, a lot of this stuff I do off camera because, I don't know, I think it's probably kind of boring to watch. But at the same time, I think it's really important, actually, that we in this series go through this together. And as you can see, we can actually do some clever things to make it a little bit quicker for ourselves. We can speed chop planks, which is pretty useful. That definitely saves a lot of time. And I want to make one more barrel here. I've got a pretty cool idea for these barrels. And, well, what I understand about these barrels is they are actually able to capture rainwater when it rains. And, well, I've been complaining a lot about the rain in this series, haven't I, guys? I've been complaining like nobody's business. Every single time I start recording, it starts raining on me. And maybe what we should do is make use of that fact, right? And I do need a couple more cobblestone slabs over here, though. So let's smash out a couple of these bad boys. Now, what we could potentially do is stick these barrels outside here in the Krunkk cave, right? We could stick them on the outside. That's going to collect the rain. But I think we have got a smarter way that we could potentially do this. And on top of that, I think it's going to look really, really sweet. So let's get some slabs up in here, and let's see if you guys are going to pick up what I'm putting down. Why don't we put our barrels up here at the top of our kiln section of the Krunkk cave, and we can actually just dig basically like a, I don't know, it's like a chimney, right? Because there is a lot of gas coming out of these kilns right now. Let's be honest with ourselves, my dudes. This cave is filled with carbon right now. Carbon monoxide, I'm guessing. And it's an absolute wonder that Krunkk hasn't suffocated to death from all the fumes that have been coming into his cave right here. So if we just like open this up to the sky, we'd have to get rid of those blocks up there though, right? Do we have enough easily breakable blocks to do this? I think so. We'll have to open up this to the sky, right? I don't think leaves are completely transparent, but there we go. That'll do the trick, I think. Now what we can do is we can place the barrels here on top of this little ledge, and those barrels should collect rainwater when it rains, which is kind of cool. And they really look sweet, actually. I do like those. I kind of want to try something else also, because there is something that I wanted to show you guys early on in the series that I haven't quite gotten around to. It's something called an item rack that we make out of wooden slabs. And let's make a couple of these bad boys. I've got a really cool idea for this. I don't know if it's going to work, though. I hope so. Can we hang this item rack on? Oh, we can, on that slab. Oh, that is excellent. So check it out, guys. What we can do with these item racks is they sort of act like this cabinet, except for a single item. We can actually just hang one of our fluid bladders above the barrel over there. Where did this barrel go, by the way? Did it just catch fire? Is the fluid bladder gonna... Wait a minute. Did that barrel... Oh, okay. Yep, alright. This was an absolutely terrible idea. Jeez. Now that's a caveman solution to a problem if I ever did see one, guys. Just dig a deeper hole for your fire. Krunkk, dig hole. That's what we've done here to solve the kiln problem. Lowered the keels down by another 2 blocks, I think, and that's taken them out of range of setting these things on fire. So that is awesome. And those barrels should, in theory, be filling up with water. Let's use a fluid bladder on one of them. Oh, look at that. We actually did add some water to the fluid bladder. That is actually really cool. I don't know if they're completely full, though. It's been about an entire Minecraft night, actually, that I've been working on this, so we should be able to look down here. And by the way, I added a little chimney up here, right, which I think turned out pretty cool. I wanted to add a few fences to it here, too, though. But let's have a look. Down there, oh, wow, look at that. There is definitely water gathering in the barrels. They look maybe like a quarter full right now, but that is actually awesome. I'm super happy about that. I guess over time those barrels will fill up quite nicely with water, and we can use our fluid bladders from the barrels instead of from the ocean. So that's a pretty good start, guys. Really happy with that. I guess I don't mind that it rains now. We've got a nice source of water for the Krunkk cave, and I kind of like how the smoke particles float up there. You see that? They actually go out through the chimney, which is really cool. I kind of like that. I still get a bit trapped under here, but that's fine. Eventually they make their way all the way up there, which is pretty sweet. And I suppose now that the problem of burnage is solved, we could potentially get rid of these solid blocks and just make them slabs, which might look a little bit better. So, you know what? I'm going to take the fluid bladders off of the shelves right now, just in case we break something important or it lands in the fire below. And let's take these bottom slabs away. Yeah, there we go. I think that looks really cool. Yeah, that looks way better. Maybe we don't even have the stairs inside here, or these fence posts, right? I don't know, it looks a little bit weird. But anyway, that's beautiful, guys. Absolutely loving it. I guess can't really see the face of the kilns, but I think they still look pretty cool down there. And we are now gathering water. So that is exactly what I wanted to do there for that. And that means we can move on to our next part of today's episode, guys. The most important part of today's episode and the unlocking of a very serious part of Sevtech. And that is sleep. We're going to be making some leather, which is amazing. We're going to need a clean inventory for this, though, so give me a second. Oh, that feels so good, guys. Inventory is cleaned. Also, we are nourished at the moment. That's kind of cool. I think that's giving us these extra yellow hearts right now, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, we're ready to get crafting today, guys. Ready to make some leather. As you can see, I've stocked up on our crafting rocks. I'm getting tired of remaking these things all the time. And now that we've got this cabinet, we can just sort of stock up on them a little bit. And we're going to need them because leather is quite something to create here in Sevtech. What's really cool about leather, though, is that it is kind of intuitive. It sort of follows the way that you might produce leather in the real world. And I think that that is really cool. So the first thing that we need to do is get ourselves some skin from some animals. We need some hides. And what we're going to do, of course, is add some salt to those hides to kill all the bacteria and to prepare the hide to become leather. And what we're going to be doing is adding salt and water to our hides. Now, over the course of the series, we have collected a couple of animal skins. We collected 22 sheep skins at the beginning of the series, and we collected this one. What is this? This is a black bear skin that we stole from a villager on the plains. So we've got a bunch of raw animal skin here, which is amazing. We also have a bunch of salt, right, which we have dug up from the bottom of the ocean, and that is going to be a great start for us over here, right? We're going to need to turn all of this sheep pelt into salted skin, basically. We've got 23 to do, and we've got 33 salt, so we have enough salt and hopefully enough water to do this. But, of course, as we experienced last episode, it is kind of a pain in the butt to keep refilling these liquid bladders or these fluid bladders over here. So I'm going to try and do this at the bottom of the ocean in exactly the same way that we made the dough balls. We should be able to do this quite easily. And what is happening over here? Why is this not working? Does it have to be in a certain order or something? Hold on. How do we make leather again? Let's go all the way down to the salted pulp. Oh, geez. Okay. We are drowning right now. Wasn't going to be easy now, was it, guys? Obviously, Sevtech was going to make it hard for us. Did I get the order of the recipe wrong? I think it has to be exactly the same as this, right? So fluid, bladder, raw pig hide, salt. Okay, so fluid bladder down here, then the hide, and then the salt. That does not make it. That's weird. I guess this is a pelt, and it's not leather? Oh, I understand now. Yeah, it's got to be hide. We need to find hide. The moment we've got pelts, which, well, is fur. So, yeah. Are we doing this again? Krunkk facepalm! Even though it's mildly annoying that we can't turn those sheep pelts into leather, guys, I actually pleasantly am surprised by it. It's another thing in Sevtech which is, I guess, trying to mimic realism, and it's one of the things I appreciate a lot about this pack. I like the fact that there's a lot of things in the survival aspect of the pack that makes it kind of tricky for us, and we got to try use our intuition as a caveman rather than use our knowledge of Minecraft. I think this pack is trying very hard to not just be Minecraft. I think it's trying to be its own sort of game, its own sort of experience, and I gotta say, I mean, there's a lot of Minecraft in the pack, of course, because we are playing modded Minecraft after all, but there is definitely a feeling to me of something else. It feels like a completely different experience, and I think we have to try and approach Sevtech in that sort of frame of mind, that yes, we are playing Minecraft, but we are playing a completely different version of Minecraft, a completely different experience of the game, and I love it, man. Of course, we can't make leather out of sheep skin. I mean, it's wool, right? We need to find animals that have very leathery skin, like cows, like pigs, for example. Those are the animals that we need to find, and, well, I don't know if we're going to find any down this channel over here. I remember that we went on a bit of an exploration and we saw a bunch of pigs on the sides of the banks of the rivers, but I think I might have taken the wrong fork here. I think it was actually the other fork that we were supposed to take. Did we just get bit by a piranha? We've got a school of piranhas on our tail right now, guys. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely horrifying. We definitely found this thing at some point, though. It's all coming back to me now, I think. Are there any cows or pigs around here other than piranhas? Is there any other animal life anywhere near here? And this is absolutely horrifying, by the way, guys. Absolutely terrifying. These piranhas are in hot pursuit here, guys. We're playing Need for Speed Sevtech Edition, apparently. Oh, this is absolutely horrible. Ah yes, I took the wrong fork of the Krunkk Peninsula, guys. Just returned back to Krunkk Island and I've now taken the right fork. And yes, the piranhas are still in hot pursuit, as you can see. Absolutely horrifying right now. We're going to have to deal with these fishy freaks at some point. But hopefully, we should be coming across a couple of pigs and a couple of cows. I think I saw them somewhere around here, maybe around this corner over here. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that two giant carnivorous fish were chasing us on a raft right now, I would say that this is an absolutely beautiful afternoon here on our Sevtech world. I mean, it's absolutely glorious. If we just put the piranhas out of mind and just think about the beauty of what we're looking at, it's a wondrous day to be playing modded Minecraft here. And then we look behind us and the horror returns. Yep, those teeth though, gnashing literally at our butthole right now. Oh, there we go, there were the cows that I spotted. Yeah, so there's some cows up there on what seems to be a massive plain. This actually might be, they both got into my boat. Wow. Okay, that was horrifically disturbing. Let's just get away from them as fast as possible. Yes, this is the plains, right? That we discovered a few episodes ago. Okay, so we can actually get to these plains via boat travel also. But let's take out our spiky bone and get for ourselves some cow pelts. Oh, geez, cow, do you really have to jingle jangle? I mean, isn't that udder of yours extremely heavy? And that is a cow pelt. Is that what we need to find? No, apparently we can't make these things out of cows. We need to find hides, and that is hides only. And maybe there's a way to, like, make hides? Raw hides? Oh, there is a way to make hides. I see. We use a work blade on pelts. Third facepalm of the episode, guys. Krunkk facepalm! Krunkk smash, a Krunkk smash! Krunkk smash, a smash, a smash! Krunkk smash, a smash, a smash, smash, smash! Krunkk smash, Krunkk smash, Krunkk smash, smash, smash! Yogi! There you are! Oh, I see it's Yogita. Hi, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, you have a baby? You are so adorable, Yogita. Please come back to the island. I miss you. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I didn't mean to scare your baby. Yogita, I'm sorry. Please leave me be. Leave Krunkk be. Oh, my goodness, guys. Yogita was not happy. Yogita was not freaking happy right now. My goodness. We got a wild dog on us now too, guys. Okay, time to head back to Krunkk Cave. The animals of Krunktopia are losing their minds right now. Everything wants to eat us. And I think it's time that we get home and make ourselves some leather. Hey, at least we found Yogita though. That's awesome news. So there goes KrunkDog harping on about realism in Sevtech without even realizing that the way to make leather is in the most realistic way possible. Oh my goodness, guys. Well, just got back to the Krunkk cave after that very scary mission of achieving absolutely nothing. Except I did get a bunch of beautiful steaks, though, which I'm going to plonk onto the barbecue over here. Let's get those cooking up. Also, good news. I have literally just hit above 75% for grain eating all of this bread. So that is awesome. We should be starting to see some buffs kicking in real soon. Oh, we got resistance now. Look at that. That's amazing. So now we have nourished and resistance just from getting... How many of those things are above 75 now? 3 of them above 75. So now we're just going to munch on some vegetables from now on. Potatoes are next, and hopefully we can get our full buff by the end of the episode. But let's get cracking here, guys, on making some actual leather. Also, amazing news that we found Yogita, and congratulations to her. She's had a little bear pup. We're going to have to get both of them over here at some point. Hopefully she will eventually stop trying to kill me. I think I was just threatening her child, so I think she was a little bit upset with me, man. That was kind of terrifying. Anyway, how to make leather? Well, let's think about this logically, shall we? I've been harping on about intuition in Sevtech. Well, of course, you kill an animal and you cut off its skin. That skin has got a bunch of fur on it. You need to get rid of that fur, don't you? So you take your blade, your caveman blade, and you basically shave all of the fur off of that leather. And boom, we get raw hide from that. And we're going to do the same thing, of course, for the cow pelts here. And that is going to give us a ridiculous amount of raw hide. This is going to be animal skin minus any of the fur, which is basically leather, right? Next step is going to be to do what we were trying to do at the beginning of the episode, but failing miserably, which is to salt this leather to sort of decontaminate it, right? Get all the bacteria out of it and prepare it to be hung so that it can dry. And, oh yeah, we're going to have to fill the fluid bladders up first though, right? So let's fill them up with water down here. And let's see if we can actually do this without derping over here. We can actually make 33 salted hides, which is awesome. And it looks like we can do this 3 at a time. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of a while here, guys. But as you can see, we're going to rebreathe ourselves down here. And then all we're going to have to do is just sit here and manually make this. It's going to take some time, but finally... We're making leather, dudes. Step 1, salted hide in the belly. Now we're cooking with leather gas, fellow cave dogs from all over the world. Oh, baby, we have got 24 salted hide in the belly. Next step in the process of making leather, of course, is to hang that salted hide so that it can dry out a little bit, right? And I think that's what we need to do. We need to hang salted hide on some sort of a rack, it looks like it. And if we have a look at our racks, we have an item rack and a drying rack. I assume it has to be a drying rack, which is made out of 3 of these oak wood slabs, which is kind of expensive. Now, I want to hang this stuff outside, I think. It doesn't make sense to hang leather inside of your cave, right? So I made a little bit of a hanging rack over here, which I think looks pretty cool. And we'll be able to hang 6 leather at a time out here. Not exactly the greatest and fastest way to hang leather or to create leather, guys, but you know what? We are chilling in this series. We're not trying to, produce stuff really quickly, man. We're taking it nice and easy. Let's start with 3 drying racks to start with, right? Just to see how this actually works. And then we can expand our leather production process. But this is really sweet, right? So we've got this leather rack outside, and obviously when the sun comes up, it's going to be a lot more useful. But we're going to add our drying racks on here. And I've just had a thought. Are we able to add the drying racks on the inside of this thing? Let's have a look here. Oh, we'd be able to add it like that. Oh, that's very curious. There's probably some very efficient ways that we can build some drying rack action out here. But for now, let's just keep it nice and simple, right? Let's just add our drying racks. Where did it go? Did it drop or break or something? Hold on, there it is. Let's get our leather hanging out here. I don't know if it'll dry in the nighttime, but there we go. We're hanging our salted leather. That looks really disgusting, right? Okay, the sun is coming up, guys, which is going to help to dry our salted leather out over here. And that means we can move on to the next logical step for making leather. Let's take a look at this. The next step is, of course, we need to basically reinforce our dried hide, right? So once that salted hide dries out, it's going to be really firm. It's going to be really hard. It's going to be very difficult to work with. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of oil into that leather. Or in this case, what we're going to be doing is adding some resin onto the surface of the leather, right? We're going to rub this resin into the leather, and we're going to be squeezing that resin out of some bark, out of the oak logs that we just stripped with our work blade over here, right? So there's a lot of sort of oils and whatnot inside of that bark of these trees, right? And with our grinder here, we're crushing those bark fibers, squeezing out that resin, squeezing out that oil, and we're going to rub that oil into our dried leather so that it's not like a piece of cardboard. It's going to become supple. It's going to be easier to work with that way, right? So we've cranked out a little bit of resin over here. Let's pick that up. Yeah, ground resin. And let's have a look at our leather out here. Beautiful. Look at that. It has now dried in the Krunktopian sun. Amazing. Now, next step is going to be to add the resin into our dried hides, and we already looked at the recipe for that, right? We're going to have to rub in that resin with a little bit of water. We need to dilute that resin a little bit because the resin is like very sticky, right? So we need to add a little bit of resin with a little bit of water, and that is going to go into our hide. We're going to rub that into our hide with our fingers, and that hide is now going to be really wet. It's going to be kind of oily, right, from all of that resin. And of course, what we need to do now, while the sun is blazing outside and before we drown, we need to hang our wet leather on the racks again over here, right? So let's get our wet leather hanging, and that's going to dry, and I believe that's going to be the last step to create the leather. Yeah, so the wet tanned hide is going to take 2 minutes to dry into leather. Oh man, how awesomely fun was that process, guys? Ooh, hang on. Yeah, we're eating vegetables now. We should be close to getting full nourishment. Oh, that's just 75% on vegetables. Did we get any more nourishment here? Oh, maybe we have to go a little bit higher. But that was such a fun process of creating leather, right, guys? We kill the animal. We skin the animal. We shed all of the fur off of the skin. We then salt the skin. We then dry the salted skin in the sun. We then add resin into the salted skin to make it more supple. And then we hang that wet leather again. And eventually it's going to dry out into usable leather. And that should give us almost enough resources to create our very first sleeping mat over here, which is very exciting. Although, maybe what we should actually do is create our very first Tipi, because I believe that the Tipi acts as a bed, and we can actually set our spawn here. If we die, we will actually TP back here to the Tipi. And to make the Tipi, we are going to need 5 leather. So I'm going to have to make another 2 leather over here, which is fine. I guess I just need to make some more drying racks and whatnot. But man, we are so very close to sleeping, guys. This is absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. My fellow cave dogs, we are literally watching paint dry over here. Then standing here staring at this leather, waiting for that wet resin leather to turn into real leather. And that is going to give us enough leather to make our very first TP. It's also the next night, which is going to be the perfect opportunity for us to sleep for the very first time in this Sevtech Survival series. There the leather goes, guys. Oh man, this is a magnificent moment for our series. Congratulations, everybody. We have made it here all the way in episode 9. It has literally taken us, shall we take a very quick look at the stats? It's taken us 9 hours and 52 minutes to make a bed in Sevtech. That is the kind of pack that we are playing, guys, and it is magnificent. I have loved every single minute of it, man. Absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look at this recipe again. So we are making ourselves a TP. The support beams are in the center of the tent, and then the leather strips are along the side of the tent, right? And that is going to make for ourselves a TP. And a wonderful Krunkk smash goes ahead. Come on, Krunky, you can do it, my dude. I'm so excited. I'm even missing it. And there we go. Out of the weather. Advancement made. Beautiful. We achieved 3 things in today's episode. This is magnificent, guys. And I don't think we can actually put a TP inside. We have to put it outside. It has to have a sky above it. So I guess we either have to make like a big hole in our cave, which is not exactly what I'd like to do, or we have to set ourselves up a little bit of a, I don't know, like a beach tent. I mean, maybe Krunkk in his old age, he's becoming a bit of a hippie out here, isn't he? He's spending nights on the beach. He puts his toes in the sand, and, he found a whole bunch of hemp a few episodes back. You older cave dogs, you know what I'm talking about, man. He's loving his time out here on the beach. It's beautiful. Let's maybe set up his TP out here somewhere. I guess maybe over here. Can we put it on these grass blocks over here? We can't put it on path blocks, unfortunately. It looks like it's going to take a little bit longer for us, guys, to get set up here in our very first TP. I would like to find the perfect spot for it, though. I think this is going to be a perfect location for our TP, and maybe we need to get ourselves a bit of sand, a little bit more sea sand here. Krunkk, he loves the beach. He's very happy with the beach out here. He does a bit of fishing in the mornings. He loves waking up with a bit of sand in his butt crack. You know what I mean? It reminds him that he's alive. That's all I'm saying, okay? Oh man, let's make Krunkk a little bit of a private beach over here, okay? This is where Krunk's TP is going to go. Can we actually get the TP down here? Come on, baby, please. Place the TP for the love of Krunkk. Place the TP down. Is there anywhere that Krunkk can sleep? I mean, how much space does this TP need? That is the question. Maybe we need to move some of these torches over here too. Hello, can we place the TP anywhere? If I hold down shift, okay, good stuff. Looks like TP doesn't like being placed on sand. Maybe TP only likes being placed on dirt. So, I guess the inside of the TP needs to have a proper bedding. There we go. TP has been placed. All right. Looks like we have to place the TP on a little bit of sand of some kind. But that, my friends, is our very first bed created in Sevtech. It is glorious. It looks very uncomfortable in there. But I think there's nothing left for us to do here other than to sleep. Our first night away in this series, an historical moment for us here in Sevtech Survival, and we're going to set our spawn, which means if we die, we will respawn over here and not all the way back there in the middle of nowhere. So, let's get our butts into the TP and sleep the night away. Oh, this is glorious. The sun has been risen. We have slept the night away and safety has kicked in for Krunkk the caveman, guys. He's got all the food he could ever desire. He's got fish coming out of his butt. He's got a place to sleep on the beach with a little bit of hemp growing to the right of him. He couldn't be a happier freaking Krunkk dog if there ever was a happy Krunkk dog. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Me and Krunkk will smell you all in the next episode. Krunkk sleep. Krunkk sleep.